Hi everyone and welcome back to Mr. Moves Models. This is part 5 of my 1:72 scale Tornado F3 from Tamiya. That's currently being built for the British Aviation Scales #Twin Brit group build. Link below in the description as always. This is a bit of a funny one actually, because I initially filmed the first part of the whole painting process in one go. So part 4 of the build, you would have seen me put down the marble coat all over the aircraft and how I do that. And my initial idea was to do then the blend coat underneath and maybe even the blend coat over the top and do it all as one video, but that's taken far too long. I mean, the last video is about 35 minutes long, and that was just on putting the marble coat down. So I figured out whilst I was editing it that it's going to have to be done in multiple parts, so in multiple episodes, should we say. So the paint job, episode 1, is the marble coat, and that is done and that's uploaded. The episode 2 is going to be this video, and this is going to be about putting the blend coat down on the undersides of the aircraft. But I'm also going to show you the painting of the engines, some of the landing gear, and also the stalls that are going onto it, so drop tanks and missiles. So that's what's going to happen in this. That's what we're going to do in this video. That's what I'm going to show you how I did it in this video. So I've already filmed this footage, and this is me now doing the introduction at a later stage. So it just feels a bit weird because I'm not used to doing it like this. Yeah, so I haven't really got much more to say apart from I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll get cracking with the painting. Here we go. So what I'm quickly going to do now is paint up the metallic bits just whilst I'm waiting for the marble coat to dry. So to use that, I'm using Vallejo Metal Colour acrylics. These are really easy to use, and they're my metallics of choice. The reason being is that you can easily airbrush them, and you can easily use them with a hairy stick. But I think in this case we'll keep the airbrush. I've got my old reader here. We'll just check that that's flowing all okay with a bit of airbrush filling in first from Vallejo. There we go. Let's check the flow. Yeah, that's fine. Brilliant. Okay, so in we go with these metallics. Drop a bottle as always from Vallejo, so really easy to use. What we are going to do is we are just going to quickly give these a blast here. And then once I've got the metallic side down, I'll pick out by hand the colours. I think the white onion, the carriage of Tornado off the top of my head. Once you've got the base, once you've got sort of the first pass down, you can come in a little bit thicker. I'm having a bit of a trouble with my airbrush here, but I'm sure that will be fine for what we're doing. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll let that dry off. Start spray brew a little bit. There we go. Even if they are acrylics, we should still be using some protection. So because it's metallics, I'm not particularly bothered about cleaning out the colour cut in between colours. I'm just going to get on with it. This is jet exhaust, which is a lovely little colour as well. There we go. Okay, my airbrush is going to need a clean because not spraying the best, but there we go. We've got a nice little metallic sheen on these exhausts here from the engines. I like this jet exhaust. It's got like a browny, bluey, reddy colouring to the fleck if you look carefully. And then what I'll do is I'll come back here and I'll dry brush it with some of the aluminium, just to pick up some wear and tear on the raised bits. Landing gear here is obviously aluminium looking, and with that looks metallic. And as I say, for the bits which are white, I'm just going to hand brush those in later with some Vallejo white, and that should work quite nicely. So that's that bit done. The main Tonka's still sort of drying out a bit, so we just need to wait a little bit longer for that. So what I am going to do is stop the video now, and I'll cut back to it once it's dried and we're back in the spray booth for the blend coat with the main aircraft. Right guys, so time for the blending coat. Now for this we need to mix up our paint, and I thought I'd do this one on camera because this one's a bit different. Beforehand we've been doing like 50-60% thinners to paint, whereas here what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing far more dilute. So this is the little cups of that I've got for mixing my paint up, and we literally are going to be, it's a bit by eye, but maybe a bit less than that. There we go. There we go. Right. So this has had a good mix once again. The paint in the paint stirrer. Get it from the bottom, and literally, I'm going to probably put about that much in. So this is going to be really, really dilute. In fact, not looking too bad. Probably just going to dilute that down a little bit more. There we go. Give it a good mix again. So this is really, really, really thin. And the idea being that this is going to come in nice and light on the airbrush, and we will be spraying it to blend all those colours in together. So what I'll do is I'll get the model. We'll see how it's looking with that on the air, how it's spraying. And if needs be, we can come and re-dilute it a little bit more. So we're not going to be varying tones or anything here. So that's that finish of the light aircraft grey. And to start with, I think I'm going to start on the fuel tanks. That way, if I make a boo-boo, it's not a big one. We can quite easily just come back and correct it before going on to the actual aircraft. So, check the. There we go. So we've got some paint flow. So literally here, this is literally going to be really thin passages of paint. Building this up really lightly. Get the flow going again. Right, bit of a cock up there. Obviously you've seen it splashed out the top of the airbrush, and that was just me being clumsy. But it's not really an issue. I mean, let's just dry it back. This is under, it's not the final coat, so it doesn't really matter. So, there we go. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to keep this and just blend it together. So, there we go. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Working it in. And hopefully you'll start to see this take shape a little bit. Then it'll start to unify all those base layers. So all that mottling that we've done. Starting to come together on this way you can see it. So what I'm going to do, get the spray booth fired back up. Once this is done, I'll be getting onto eBay or Amazon and finding a colour cup top for that airbrush. Right guys, so we have the undercoat. On the camera you can't really see it, but there are variations in the tone and the how opaque the paint is. So you can see sort of just around here it's a little bit darker, around here it's a bit lighter, a bit darker, very light around here where I had the blobbed up van, etc, etc. So I'm going to let that dry back. As it dries back, the paint will change again, so once it's dried back fully I'll be able to see whether I need to add any more or onto it, or do any sort of post shading on it. But hopefully with sort of black base it kind of like eliminates a lot of that post shading sort of stuff and gives you some tone. So you can see around on the wing here it's a bit blotchy and patchy, and here it's a bit more solid, and that's kind of the desired effect. So we'll leave that to dry, and we'll come back to it in a bit once it has dried off, and see about masking it up, and then we'll get going on the top coat this side. So this side will obviously be barley grey, with the same sort of effect that we're looking for. So yeah, it's starting to come together, I think. I do like the Guns paints, they're very easy to use, very forgiving, so that's looking alright. So we get that So I just had a slight problem there. The wings decided to just close up on me, and I really don't want them to close up. So I don't know how I'm going to get this to dry. Probably in this position here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay guys, right, so what I'm going to do here is just quickly show you what we've achieved in the painting process thus far. So here you can see the Tornado F3. It's got the marble coat on the top, and underneath it's got its blend coat. Let me just bring it out to light. I hope you can see that alright. So yeah, what we need to do now is just come along and blend in the top coat. I just need to do a little bit of work just where the swing wing is, so I'll do that off camera, but it's coming along all right. I've also got the ordnance painted up here, so that's looking rather nice. There's quite a bit of debate about the colour of the Skyflash missiles online, and I've sort of seen a relatively reliable source say that a light aircraft grey, so that's what I painted them. And we've got drop tanks here which might just need a bit more blending on them, because you can still see a bit of the black through there, and I think once it's got a gloss coat on it's going to be more prominent, so that'll be done off camera. We've also done some work on the engines here, and they're starting to look quite nice. Let me just bring them up here. There we go. So they've been painted Vallejo metallics, which I quite like. We've also got a bit of work done on the landing gear here. Hopefully that's alright as well. So I've painted metal, and I'll pick out the white bits by hand. And that's about long short. So that's where we're at the minute. Sort of starting to look all alright. So yeah, it's starting to take shape. Just got a few more bits and bobs to do, so all I need to do now is sort of do my normal goodbyes. So I'll pop the cameras back around and do my goodbyes. So there you have part 5 of the 72nd scale Tornado build. It's been a bit of a funny one for me filming this one. Had a few challenges actually getting the camera into spray booth. So to that I've actually gone out and bought a new tripod, which hopefully enabled me to get better angles, both filming on the bench and also in the spray booth. I've also got a microphone on the way, but I'll talk about that in a bit more of a detailed channel update for the March update when I get here. Anyway, enough waffle. You sort of seen where I've got to. This is I've sort of filmed bits and bobs at different stages at different times, so it's been a bit more complicated to edit, but hopefully it portray where we're at. So the next episode, my next part of the build is going to be part 6, and that's going to be the third episode of the painting job, and that's going to be the upper side, well, the rest of the fuselage really, and that's going to be painted with the Mr. Hobby Aqueous barley grey. There we go. Let's see where that focus a little bit. As a blending coat all over. So yeah, it's getting there gently. I need to get a bit of shimmy on because I've only got about 14 days left of the group build. So I want to get this sprayed hopefully tomorrow and then let it dry for a bit before I gloss coat it. And then I'll gloss coat it hopefully on Wednesday and let it dry, and then when I come back off my next set of shifts, I'll have a few days to do the decals and the weathering and bring it all together. So there we go, guys. So I haven't really got much more to say now. I'm running out of words, which is a difficult thing for me because I can waffle and waffle and waffle. But yeah, so there you have it. That's part 5 of the build. I just hope you're enjoying watching the videos as much as I'm enjoying making them. I'm enjoying certainly the feedback that you guys are giving me, and thank you very much for the kind comments, and a massive thank you to those who are following me and subscribing. So with that, I think all I've got left to say is thank you once again, guys, and happy modelling. Take care, bye.